Because in today's video lesson, we get out of the Cherry Blossom Studios. Brand new movement today called Step Up and Punch Down. And then we have a great viewer question of the day, which is questions that several of you have asked about the turn and kick. And then one last thing, I just have a comment at the end of the video about how awesome you are. So stick around for all that. That's coming up in just a second. Today's movement is called Step Up and Punch Down. It's a very simple one-step movement, kind of a nice, easy Sunday kind of move. Watch me one time and then we'll do this together. We start from the end of the second brush knee. See what I mean? Very nice, simple one step. Watch me one more time. I'm going to do it right straight forward towards you. From the end of the second brush knee. Punch down. Nice and easy. All right, now, in fact, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to flip the camera right now and do the breakdown. So let's start with the footwork first. Again, I'm starting with the right foot forward. So I'm going to empty out this right foot, turn my body to the right, cranking those right toes out also, 45 degrees. Then step down on the right foot again and straight forward to make a new bow step, squaring off the hips at the end. Easy peasy. Almost the same as the brush knee stepping, right? So let's take a look at the hands, because you're going to see another familiar movement here, because the hands are doing something very similar to brush knee as well. So the left hand is actually going to fold over from the end of the push across the body, then reach out and skim across the top of the knee and return to the side of the hip, just exactly like brush knee. The right hand, which was down by the hip, floats and creates a fist and pulls back into the side of the hip here, side of the belly really, almost like lying on top of your appendix. So the two come together from the end of the push here, folding across, skimming out across the knee, and then punching down, not just forward, but at an angle. And how big is that angle? 45 degrees. All right, watch me one time from the front angle, and then I'm going to flip the cameras and we'll do it one more time. From the end of the second push, sit back, fold across, skim across the knee, punch down. Now one more thing that I want to show you here. Not only am I punching down at an angle, I'm also inclining my body slightly forward so that the whole attitude is to drop that energy down towards the legs, down towards the groin, really, punching down. Beautiful. All right, here comes the cameras. Let me do it once this way, then we can get on out of here and go home. Step up and punch down. Thanks for playing. I'll see you in the question of the day. So I actually got a lot of similar kinds of questions to the viewer question of the day that I'm going to use today. And it was all about the kicks, the kick series. And so one in particular was about the kick where we spin to go to the turn and kick with heel. And the question was, can I spin on my toe or do I have to spin on my heel? And the answer is either one. Because I've actually been to many different lessons with lots of different teachers who have an argument for either one. Spinning on the toe because there is less stickiness there, and so it's a lot safer to spin on the ball. And when I say toe, by the way, I mean the ball of the foot. Spinning on the heel also has an argument that it keeps you grounded. It's closer to the energy center at the bottom of the foot. But either way, I'm going to suggest that there's another factor here, and that is you might be focusing on the wrong end of the body. Regardless of whether it's on the toe or on the heel, what you've got to do is you've got to unweight part of that foot so that you can pivot, that you can spin a little bit, right? But you want to be able to spin while maintaining this nice up and down posture. You know, if you took a pencil or something and you let it spin in your hands this way, you notice that the straighter it is, the easier it is to spin. But if you're nice and tall like this, if you watch out for that energy at the top of your head, when you spin, you stay balanced. So either way, heel or toe is just fine, but you might want to be thinking up here instead of down there. Anyway, once again, thank you for that question. I have a question for you, and it's on the same topic. Since I got so many questions about the kick, what is your experience with the kick so far? What specific problems are you having? Are you finding that it's difficult to do one side versus the other side? Do you like them? You know, any of those kinds of experiences are things to start to make note of, because in your long journey of Tai Chi, that's going to change over time. And if you start out and say, I hate the kicks, and then 5 years later you say, I still hate the kicks, there might be some lesson that you're missing or that you are ready to have. On the other hand, if you start out noticing some things now, it might open doorways for your experience later. Anyway, that's my question of the day. Please write that in the comments section below, along with some new questions that you've got coming. I'm just loving it. And by the way, I got to say something about the responses to the music topic. I made this comment the other day at the end of one of our lessons about taking the opportunity to interact with each other. Like, you don't have to just talk to me, ask me questions, respond to my responses, that kind of thing. That you could interact with each other and have conversations and do sharings. And oh my word, you took me perfectly literally, and it's been wonderful to watch the interaction between all of you. So, thank you for doing that, and what a wonderful job. Keep it up. Keep it up. All right. If this is your first time watching this video series, first of all, welcome. And let me invite you to hit the subscribe button, subscribe to this channel. Hit the share button. A lot of you have been doing that. I've been getting notices about how many shares are going on. So I didn't realize that you guys were already doing it and doing it really consistently. So thank you so much. And last but not least, thank you for the opportunity to share my Tai Chi with you. I really appreciate your time, your attention, and your interest. Have a good evening, and I'll see you in tomorrow's lesson.